I want to show you Holden's video. We're gonna show you Holden's video. Whoops, and then we're gonna have to speed it up. All right, here's Holden's video. Holden is a listener. He's a college student, and he went to one of these events where Charlie Kirk has a microphone and people challenge him and do little debates with him. And he asked me about it, and I said, yeah, just be ready for the fact that Charlie will lie and say whatever he wants with great confidence. Charlie is the ultimate MAGA. He has figured out that if you say, you can invent anything you want. You can make stuff up. You can just, and if you say it with confidence and vigor, what are you going to do? So, this is the challenge that Holden faced, and this is exactly what happened. All right, let's watch this quickly, and then I'll comment on it. So here we go.
I would like for you to have a more principled position on tariffs and criticize Donald Trump for...
By the way, Holden is wearing a I Love Fossil Fuel t-shirt. You got to love that, right? Got to love that, Holden. Good for you.
Or his tariffs.
Well, I'm super pro-tariff, so why would I criticize it?
Because they make us poor.
Okay, so let's play that out. If that is correct, how did China get so rich?
So if that's correct, how did China get so rich? Assuming that China is rich because of the tariffs. When China was poor, 1978, average tariffs in China were between 50 and 60%. As China became richer, tariffs went down. Now, you could argue about causation and correlation, but the reality is that China, as of 2018, tariffs had dropped to 8%. And indeed, if you exclude America, Chinese tariffs are now at 6.7%. Not as low as they should be. They should be 0, but they're pretty low. China didn't become rich because of the tariffs. China became rich in spite of the tariffs. And China became rich while reducing tariffs dramatically over time. So, now, does Charlie Kirk know that? Yes, deep down he does. He knows that. But he's mouthing the tribal thing that you're supposed to do. One of really the most horrible things to have happened to so many of our commentators and intellectuals out there is they've shut down their mind. Charlie is a good example of somebody who shut down his brain. And he now has become just a mouthpiece for the tribe. He gets his instructions from whoever at MAGA, from the president on down, from Miller, and he just mouths it.
Well, China has they liberalized their economy. They got a stock market.
You are not allowed to import American goods in China. How are they so rich?
That's not true. China imports a lot of stuff from the United States. A lot of stuff from the United States. Indeed, they are placing tariffs in retaliation to Trump's tariffs on the things that they're importing from the United States. They used to import chip design from the United States. They've imported agricultural product from the United States. They've imported farm equipment from the United States. They import a lot of things from the United States. So again, Charlie's just making that up. They don't import anything from the United States. You're not allowed to. That's just not true. The reality is that tariffs on U.S. goods were 8% in 2018. And then Trump launched tariffs on China. And as a consequence, China retaliated. Stupid policy, but that's what they did. And those tariffs slowly increased through the Trump administration from 8% to 26% by the end of 2019, pre-COVID. Biden never reduced U.S. tariffs on China, so China never reduced its tariffs on U.S. goods. But they were at 8%, just like the rest of the world, in 2018 before Trump. And the rest of the world has seen tariffs with China go down to under 7%, whereas the United States has seen tariffs go up to 26%. But there's no ban on Chinese buying American goods. It's just not true. Now, I don't know if some of this was cut out, but I don't know that Holden knows that, right? So that's why he's not mentioning it.
Because they have developed capital, they have
They're not liberalized, so how'd they get so rich?
They've become more economically free. So over the last 30 years, they made an incredible transformation.
So why can't we do the same?
Just because China is making a mistake doesn't mean we should make the same mistake.
But
China would be
that's
richer
being
if they
cut
didn't have tariffs.
in ways that are unfair.
First of all, number one, the optimal goal is not just to improve GDP or be rich.
Of course.
Number two,
So one, forget about GDP, forget about rich, forget about wealth. That's not the goal. What is the goal exactly? That's not the goal, so forget about that. That is such a con, right? He's been arguing that China got rich through tariffs. And now he says it's not important to be rich because Holden has shown, hey, they liberalized the economy and they got rich.
Number two, it's about worker well-being, middle-class flourishing.
Yes.
Where do you think worker well-being is greater? Is worker well-being not good in the United States? Is Americans not flourishing compared to pretty much anybody else, anywhere else in the world? Where does he get this?
Number three, can you point to times in American history where the middle class did great? Almost every time we had tariffs.
Okay, but that's correlation, not causation.
No, it is.
That's,
Well,
no,
hold on, but think
no
about it.
economist agrees with you. You're wrong
Hold
about
on,
this.
But I'm sorry. First of all, that's not true. Some agree. Most do not agree.
Yeah,
But a lot
exactly.
of these economists are bought and paid for by the corporate class, and they've been
There
wrong
you
about
go.
almost everything in the last couple of years. They're the ones that said Trump was going to wreck the economy, that Biden was the best president ever to come to the economy. So I reject a lot of the experts when it comes to this.
None of that is true. So he's just such a demagogue. He's such a mindless demagogue, Charlie Cook. It's really awful. Really, really, really awful. Whoops, what happened there? All right. Just want to show you that. Holden, good for you for standing up to Charlie Cook. It's too bad that he edited it in a way that didn't give you enough time to express yourself. I'm sure you said a lot of really good things. Has there ever been a time when the American middle class has done well? Yeah, right now. The American middle class is doing better right now than it's ever done before. The American middle class today is richer than it's ever been before. Indeed, the American middle class is smaller because so many people in the middle class of the past have become rich. Now, the American middle class could be doing a lot better by doing what has made America rich: liberalizing, reducing taxes, reducing regulations, not increasing taxes. The American middle class will do a lot worse in a world with unrestrained tariffs.